Hey everybody, it's Mickey, and in today's video I am sharing with you my 2019 Fall Home Tour. Together we have created so many great fall DIYs. I am so excited to show you where I have put them all in my home. So if you are new here, I hope you'll take a minute to subscribe. I put out new videos every week about all things home. So we will begin today in my front hallway. This is always one of my favorite places to decorate for the season. You know, decorating your front hall or foyer gives just a hint of what you'll find in the rest of the house. My style of decorating is very laid back. I tend to stick to the more traditional colors of fall, along with a lot of whites and blacks added in. I also tend to lean towards a more whimsical decorating style that I think adds a lot of fun to my house. This pumpkin patch sign is new this year. I found it at Home Goods along with that felt orange pumpkin on top of my white cabinet. The white wreath with the pumpkins I made last year and just switched out the bow this year to a black and white buffalo check. I really like to use all kinds of different baskets in my decorating, and this is an old Longaberger basket that I've had for years, and I filled it with just some of my favorite fall finds from Home Goods, Target, and Deco-Crated. Those two square balsam wreaths I got years ago at Colonial Williamsburg. I love them so much that I just use them throughout the year and just change up all the decorations. The round Hello Pumpkin sign I got this year at Joann's, and the ribbon I found at Hobby Lobby. One of my new favorite things this year has been decorating those two-tiered trays, and this one in my hallway I found at Marshall's, and I've decorated it for the season with a cute little gnome and some fun signs that I found on Etsy, also a Rae Dunn Halloween mug. Looking ahead to Christmas, I have already ordered some Christmas tray signs, and I'm going to leave links down below to some of my favorite Etsy shops. I've also added a little bit of fall to our small powder room off of our foyer. The black and white and orange tea towels I found at Home Goods, and this small tiered tray I found at the Target Dollar Spot. You know, actually most of the things in this tray are also from the Target Dollar Spot, along with a pumpkin painting from Kirkland's and a homemade bead garland. So this is the first time I get to decorate my living room and dining room for the season since we remodeled both rooms earlier this year. And I have to say the black, white, and gray colors really went well with my fall decor. You know, one of the reasons I am redoing my home with more neutral colors is to allow for easier seasonal decorating. I really didn't want to go too overboard here in the living room, and it really doesn't take much to bring a little fall color into a room. So here I just added a few orange pumpkins. That small pumpkin on top of my vintage typewriter is from the Target Dollar Spot, and the larger felt pumpkin there on my love seat is from Home Goods along with a throw. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I have been on the hunt for something to hang on the wall above my buffalo check chairs. Now I found these two cathedral window frames at Hobby Lobby, and I thought that they would be perfect to fill that space. I'm still on the lookout for something to hang on top of them, but I'm pretty happy with the way these fill the space, and they really go with the theme of the room. I was so lucky to find these pretty fall, sweet fall pumpkin color pillows at Joann's. I know that they were really popular and sold out so quickly. And that knit cream color throw I found at Target. Here on my grandmother's sewing machine is one of our little DIY pumpkins from the dollar store. And if you didn't see that video, I will be sure to put a link to it up above. Now down below, I have another larger, longer burger basket just full of pumpkins that I found this year at the Target dollar spot. They really had a great assortment of cloth pumpkins in a bunch of different colors, and I also love the larger buffalo checked ones. Moving on into the dining room, I have tried to keep most of the fall decor very neutral in this room to go along with the Rae Dunn pieces that live here all year long. The centerpiece on my dining room table is one of my favorite things that I put together this year. You'll see some of the DIY projects that we've done together in past videos, and it's also a combination of the things that I just really love the most. Anytime I can include a family photo in my decorating always makes it a little bit more special. Back on my china cabinet, I have a whole lineup of the white pumpkin-shaped appetizer plates from the Target dollar spot. I really loved these this year. I thought that they went so perfectly with my Rae Dunn pumpkin pie plate and tea set. I have made just a few additions to my corner cabinet that mostly holds Rae Dunn pieces. Up on top, I have a chipped paint white garland that I found at the Target dollar spot this year. I really love this garland, and I think you can probably use this all year long. I also found a really pretty moss-covered pumpkin from the Oriental Trading Company. Pumpkins certainly were a theme for me this year, and I guess I was pretty lucky because they were like everywhere in the stores. Here in the corner of my dining room, I have a Magnolia Home wired basket that is just full of some of the different pumpkins that I have found this year and some that I have from last year. That big pumpkin patch sign in the back is from Joann's. Our kitchen is still one of the hardest working rooms in our house, so I went a little easier with the decorations this year. The tray on my island from Target is pretty much the same all year long. I have just added some fall ribbon to my Rae Dunn birdhouse, a small painted pumpkin from the dollar store, and a few seasonal flowers in the drink pitcher. This galvanized metal tier tray I found at Walmart years ago, and I have it all decorated with some of my favorite Rae Dunn pieces. The felt pumpkin there is from Home Goods, the pumpkin patch sign is from Joann's, the bead garland is a DIY, and I have one of my favorite pictures of my oldest boy. I really love my simple table setting here in the kitchen this year. That greenery placemat I found at Pier 1, and I really love those large wood slice plate chargers that I think I found at Michael's a little while ago. Of course, the larger white plate is Rae Dunn, and the napkins I got last year from Home Goods. And that small orange pumpkin plate is from Target dollar spot a few years back. Now, I shared this tray that I have here as my centerpiece in a recent video, and I will put a link to that video up above. I've used a few fun signs that I found at Michael's this year. There's a William and Sonoma cauldron mug. Of course, as always, there's a few Rae Dunn pieces, and I have really enjoyed getting out some of my Boyd's Bear collection that I have used around the house to decorate with this fall. I wanted to take a minute to share with you some of my recent fall Rae Dunn finds that I found all at Home Goods, and if you are a collector, you know how hard it is to find the seasonal pieces. I was able to find the Grateful, Thankful, Blessed canister to hold my wooden spoons. I was also able to find the Gratitude is the Best Attitude tray along with the small salt and pepper cellars. Here in the family room is where we'll find many of the DIYs I shared in previous videos. To me, creating decor for the season is one of the best parts of decorating, and I think it really does make your rooms more cozy and personal. This is the room that we spend the majority of our time in as a family, so there is always lots of blankets and pillows. This pumpkin pillow I found at Home Goods matched this room so perfectly with its gray and orange, and I was also able to find an orange and gray matching throw. I wanted to add a lot of the red and burnt orange color to this room, and the easiest way for me to do that was to use florals and ribbon. So in my wreath above the mantle, I added just a few large seasonally colored flowers and a few red and orange picks around. I also added one of those great moss-covered pumpkins that I found in the Oriental Trading Company catalog. The rest of the mantle pretty much stayed the same except for the addition of some orange candles and a few white pumpkins. I was able to carry my pumpkin theme throughout with this felt garland that I found at Home Goods, and also with another Target basket full of pumpkins. There's another one of those DIY painted dollar store pumpkins on top of my antique typewriter, and I was able to add more of that fall colors into the centerpiece on my coffee table. Our family really loves pillows, and I just might have a pillow addiction myself. One of my favorite things about having neutral furniture in this room is the ability to add different pillows every season, and I was able to find these great brick color pillows on sale at Kohl's. Behind the sofa on the Kirkland ladder is one of my recent DIY wreaths that I made from a round tobacco basket using all those same florals from my centerpiece and the wreath above the mantle. The chalk painted china cabinet in this room is probably my most favorite DIY that I have ever done. Always fun to decorate it, and it was the perfect spot for the wooden wreath from my last video, and also that large hand-picked farm fresh pumpkin sign that I found at Joann's. I am pretty happy with the way all of my fall decorating turned out this year. I really did try not to go overboard decorating every little spot in the house, but I do think it's going to be a great starting point when I pull all of the Halloween decorations out in a few weeks. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope that you all have a wonderful start to this beautiful fall season. Please don't forget to subscribe, and until I see you in that next video, I hope that you love the life that you have, be kind to each other, and I will see you again soon. Bye!